Right, hello again when people are on. I can only stream for about an hour today, so I mean, like, once I notice it's getting close to an hour, I have to go off. I'll just turn the game volume down a little bit because that's quite loud in my ear. We were yesterday at about this time, or might have been a bit earlier, a bit later. Anyway, I'll start playing properly when I see a couple of people come on. Alright, hello Peach, you're on. My cup of tea is almost the optimal temperature, so I'll let that cool down a little bit.
Right there! The docks! Okay, we gotta get out of here.
Hope you're alright. My stomach's a bit better today than it was yesterday, and like I said yesterday, it was better than the day before. Alright, you're at work. Yeah, I'm back from volunteering at the Blue Cross, so I'm playing an hour of this, and I've got to sort some stuff out around the house, like jobs around the house, so I've only really got an hour, but I thought I'd at least play some then, because I want to get this finished so I can stream other stuff. Not that I have a problem with this game, it's just I suppose a bit annoying when, for some people, if I'm streaming the same game. Alright, Mike. Yeah, alright, I don't know if I said on the group chat one, but I said to, Peach and a couple of people on here during the last week that I had a really upset stomach on, like, Monday or whenever it was. But that's been getting better, like, every day of the week. So, it's better today than it was yesterday, you know, and, like, Monday was obviously the worst day. So, yeah, that's the good thing, that, that's sorting itself out. Again, I have no idea what caused that. I don't, like I said to people, I don't know if it was ulcerative colitis based, if it was like when I had COVID not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, if, you know, like it was from that, like lingering symptoms, you know, that I only got a really bad stomach after something I ate in a restaurant though, so like I don't think I had proper food poisoning, but whether or not something there was a bit undercooked or whatever, there's not really any way of knowing, but like I said, it's sorting itself out now. And the good thing is, obviously, I'm at work properly at the weekend, so it's good that it sort of sorted itself out as good as it's going to be before then, you know, rather than sort of thinking, oh, am I going to be ill when I'm at work? What if they actually kill each other? Like I said, Mark, it could be an infection, I don't know. There's, like, no real way of knowing, is there, unless you have some sort of test you can do for everything, which, you know, conveniently I don't. And I also wouldn't want to have a thing where every time you have a sniffle you have the equivalent of a COVID test that tells you. That'd be cool. My hearing would be a bit better if I was turning into a clicker. The most interesting thing I got recently, Mike, if you haven't heard, because I was talking to some people about it in the week, is I got the new, like, version of the Oculus Rift. They call it, like, the Meta Quest 2 now, but it's basically a new version of the Rift, like the VR headset. And it's a lot more practical than my old Rift is, because of the fact that, like, you don't need as many cables coming out of it, and you don't need to put the bloody room sensors up, which was what really put me off of the Rift, like, trying to do a lot of the motion stuff with it. So I've only just started playing with it, because I'm having to get used to it and not feel like, you know, motion sick using it. But yeah, it's very good so far, and what I like about this one is you don't have to use it with the PC, for example. Like, obviously I am using it with the PC with VR games, but you can also, like, use it with your mobile phone with VR stuff, or you can just use it over your Wi-Fi router. So it's, you know, it's a lot more versatile than the Rift, because of just the fact that, you know, you can do so much more with it. And like I said, they're getting cheaper and cheaper VR headsets. Like, a model like that is 400 quid now. It seems pretty good. Oh, thanks, Mike, for renewing your membership thing. I think it's better than the Rift. It's hard to say. Like, the main thing I notice, like, with the Rift is I always notice light coming in where your nose is if you've got, like, the light on in the room. It still has the issues that you're always going to have because VR isn't standardized enough. Like, if you want to play something that's on Steam VR, like the Oculus stuff and the Steam VR stuff aren't always that compatible. So you have those sort of issues. What you on about, Crispy? Or do you mean hearing them? Right, let's actually shoot some people and do what I'm meant to be doing rather than chatting with people. But yeah. Like, yeah, VR is definitely, I'd say, oh, I see what you mean, yeah. I'd personally shut them out the room if I had, like, a dog or a cat running around, but I know what you mean. Yeah, the nose hole, yeah. But yeah, like I said, I just turn the light off if you're doing it in the dark, and then it won't bother you. But, yeah, I think VR does seem to be getting a lot better. Like, when I got the first Rift, I could tell, like, it was going to become a thing, but, you know, at that point it was still quite clunky. And even as somebody quite into tech, I was like, I don't want to keep spending loads of money on this, you know, for all the stuff. So the fact now that there's, like, a model out that fixes loads of the problems of the older versions, you know, and there's just smaller and lighter weight and everything. Still trying to get used to the actual motion controllers though, because I find that a bit weird. Because the motion controllers are like in some of the games, you know, are a bit weird to get used to. I think again it's one of those things. Once you get used to it, it's all right. Not that I've noticed any response latency. If there's, it probably is down to the app. I'd imagine the like latency bit turning your head, if there is anything. But most of the stuff I've tried so far, I've not noticed any latency. At least, like I said, I can see anyway. I know some people are much better at noticing stuff like that. But I can notice when games chug at a low frame rate, so I think I'd notice the latency stuff. But yeah, I've not, like I said, I've not used it loads yet because I'm getting used to it again. You know, the thing of like you don't want to use it too much because of eye strain and you know, like the motion sickness kind of stuff. Oh, that person hasn't seen me. It's only more of that rifle ammo before I run off from this area. Yep. Yeah, I know I know what the plot is of the game, Crispy. Don't spoil it for other people, but yeah, I do know the plot of the game. Alright, Rajiv, alright, Tooth Fairy? Just want to see if they actually kill each other, how good they do. Saves me some ammo.
Your life ends here, wolf. Stop them!
Get to the dock! Don't let anyone escape! Hold the line! The docks are just over this hill.
Alright, hi.
Brought the wolves to us.
Yeah, I'm only on for about an hour today, but the good thing is a lot of people seem to have caught the stream early on rather than sort of coming in late. But and I'm finishing it where I've... Ah, okay. But yeah, I'm back from volunteering at the animal shelter earlier, and then I've got a load of stuff I need to get done this afternoon around the house. So I thought I'd stream now and, you know, get it done. Alright, yeah, cool. But yeah. That's good. Right. Before I like run away from this area, I'm just gonna keep seeing what I can find in terms of ammo and whatever, just rather than running straight out and then oh, that's the other people, isn't it? Oh yeah, I might do a video on that Tooth Fairy, because it was barely covered on the news here until about a day or so ago, but this is like the train thing in Ohio, is it? You're on about? Because yeah, I had barely heard anything about it except for fleeting mentions until like one of the people that chats on the channel a lot mentioned it to me, and then I was looking into it a bit more. And I thought, fucking hell. So it's like the thing poisoning loads of Ohio, isn't it? Where they like did a burn off of it or something, and then it's got into all the water and. Yeah, that's sort of interesting though, isn't it? But I know with like a load of things like that, you get things that are named after a certain thing, and like decades later, they're definitely not the sort of like makeup of what they were before in terms of if that makes sense, of like foundations. I suppose it's particularly common with famous universities that over time they get very much more diverse because anybody that's rich or talented enough around the world to go to them does go to them, if that makes sense.
Up here. This way, Abby.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do a video on it. I'll do some research on it properly, but yeah, because again, I've had more people asking me gas mask questions as of late.
Go.
That's weird, Mike. I had a really weird dream. I mean, I have weird, creepy dreams quite often, but I had a really weird dream a couple of nights ago that was a bit like Fallout New Vegas, where I was like in a vault and they were doing experiments in the vault, and it was like really creepy.
I know. The fire's spreading. I know.
But yeah, from what I understand of it too, Fairy, that I've been told by people and like watching videos, is it's basically the rail companies are really scummy, and like didn't maintain their rail lines even though they've been told that they had to fix them and stuff like that. Yeah, like I said, I don't know of this at the moment, like what, in terms of it, what's happening and where the cloud's going. I'm sure I must have done that years ago, his master's voice, but... Has he jumped down yet? Because I don't want him to burn to death. Oh yeah, he's just following me, he's just slow at following me. So it's like a longhouse kind of thing. But yeah, you'd be surprised, Hype, wouldn't you, the amount of people that think you can just indefinitely use a gas mask somewhere, rather than it being, yeah, you use it to escape somewhere that's contaminated. It's like an evacuation thing. Or like limited time operating. Oh, I meant to be crawling, okay.
Stupid to come back here.
Fuck you.
Oh, little kid got punted.
You're a damn disgrace. Damn you!
Can I just get my gun out, please? Can't I just... Where's my guns gone? I want my gun. Oh. Yeah. It's a fight sequence sort of thing, isn't it? Where I can't avoid doing it. I mean, not that I didn't want to kill this guy, I just wanted to shoot him in the face. But... Alright, cheers, Flazzy. I bet you were pleased the other day with old Cranky going, although I imagine she'll be replaced by probably somebody even worse, I don't know. That's normally what happens in politics. That sort of came out of nowhere. Now he's missing half his face. There we go. Imagine how the kid stabs him or something. Oh, shoots him an arrow, yeah. Yeah, exactly. You never know if it's going to be somebody even worse with all these times we have politicians that are massive screw-ups and then they eventually get replaced. We have to hold our one? Oh, I see. Yeah. Again, it'd been easier if you could just use a magnum, wouldn't it? Well, like I said, it is obviously one of those bits where it's like, oh no, you have to do the melee fight with the big guy.
God damn it. Are you okay? Yeah. Let's find a boat.
Oh, have I lost all my guns now? That's annoying, because I was upgrading them. I mean, I know I'm quite close to the epilogue of the game, but still. So can I grab that gun? No.
Abby, got one. Push. Get in.
Yeah, that's the thing that annoys me in a lot of these, Mike. Not that I like dislike the games or anything. It's just like, yeah, whenever you have a character that doesn't have a gun or a very good gun and they see a better one lying down, you can't pick it up because of reasons. Oh, he should, but in the lore it's because, like, obviously he was part of that kind of very Luddite cult, although they're really weird because they can use guns when they want to. Yeah, I've been streaming nearly all of it, Mike. There's been a couple of little bits I've not streamed, but for the most part I've been streaming all of it. But that has meant that, yeah, where I've wanted to play a load, I've been stopping myself doing it because I've been, you know, keeping it to streams. Rather than, you know, like just playing 4 hours a day or whatever. And I'm playing the first game along with where each episode is at the moment as well. So that way, you know, like, I remember quite well what's going on in the game and the episodes at the same time to see how, like, close they are together or whatever.
Get out of the rain. Yeah.
Yeah, as well, especially because now it's raining, bows don't work very well in the rain, do they? Like I said, a bow wouldn't be a bad thing to have full stop, but you wouldn't want it as a thing if there's ammunition to replace, like, a pistol or a rifle or a submachine gun or whatever. Assuming there's not anything to find around here. Yeah, like I was saying, Mike, the really annoying thing at the moment for me, like I was saying, sure, I'll be paid for them, so it means I'll get a really good pay slip for one of the months, is that, yeah, because everybody had holiday days they had to try and use up, it means nearly everybody's run out. You know, they don't have enough time to book everybody off.
Is that...
Probably a G3 Tooth Fairy. I mean, obviously, lots of World War II stuff would be really cool to own. You know, like German World War II stuff because of just how much it's worth. But I'd quite like a G3 because, again, the G3 is one of those guns where I'm really annoyed years ago. They had a deactivated one for sale for, I think, somewhere between £200 and £300. It was about the same time I got my FAL for about £400 or under £400. You know, when a lot of deact guns just used to be that price. And I have never seen a G3 close to that price again. But saying that, when I see an L1A1 SLR like mine, they're all bloody, what do you call it now? Like, you know, £1,000 to £2,000. But the annoying thing with mine is that for something like an L1A1, it's probably worth it getting it re-deactivated if that costs like £100, you know, so you could resell it if you had to, because of how much they've inflated in price. But you can work it out from my username, Shawzo. So have a guess from my username. I do know where I'm meant to be going. I just wanted to see if there's anything else to look at before cool. Do the Chinese Tokarevs have a safety on them? Because I know some of the foreign versions of the Tokarev did. Sadly, can't tell you that on the stream, Gargingtons, or even actually on YouTube at all now. Yeah. Yeah, 29 actually, Shaw's over, yeah. But if you go on Google, all I can say is if you go on Google and look, you know, at what sites sell them in the UK, there's a very good chance it might have been one of those. That's probably all I can say on YouTube, unfortunately, because of their policies on it now. Alright, Rich. But yeah, his hype was saying that, yeah, lots of bows are very vulnerable to being dry-fired, even a lot of modern ones, to be honest. As I think Mike said, his best crossbow was broken from, what, like one dry-fire. Oh yeah, I suppose because Mike said it, or taken a guess, let's say, that might be alright.
What do we do when we find?
Just figure out how to get in first. Lights are on. Still with me, Lev?
Yes.
Keep looking.
Yeah, I might be able to say that a company that no longer exists, so you can't buy anything from them now anyway, was Worldwide Arms. So I used to buy stuff from them, but you couldn't even do that now if you wanted to. So it's not like I could even, you know, link you if you wanted to be linked to it.
Okay, grab that ladder. Ready?
Like I said, at one point, yeah, but like I said, the problem is I've never seen one for a good price. Like, I still see them come up on places, but what I'm saying is the reason I regret not getting one was just because of the fact that, you know, at one point in time, like, I could very easily afford one, you know, on a month's pay slip and still have money to spare. like now it would be more than a month's pay slip to get one on most places. But at the moment, because I bought that VR headset recently, I'm not planning on getting any more for a month or two till I've got spare funds again.
Alright. Stay quiet now. These are Leah's.
It's a picture of... Oh yeah, Abby on there. Yeah. So is she the only one not dead on there? She's dead, although you didn't kill that girl, did she? She was killed by Scars. Those two are dead. I think both those two are dead. The woman's definitely dead. I'm just trying to remember when the bloke dies. Man, he got shot in the face while streaming. Yeah, they're all probably dead. Because again, some of them you like find them already dead.
Careful. Stay close.
Oops, I'm breaking glass. Might know I'm here. I should have a look around here first in case there's anything I can look at that you couldn't. There's Ellie, but I don't think there is. Yeah, because he's terminated. But yeah, that sniper bit was quite good, actually. I mean, there's a lot of this that's... Yeah, like you said in the other stream hype, yeah.
Hands up. Back away from your shit. I said back up!
You're making a big mistake.
Don't fucking turn around. Liv, keep your bow on him. Get on the ground.
You gonna kill me like a coward?
No, I don't know about the cult, Rich, but I do know, didn't he say he's not making videos anymore or something the other day? Because I saw a forum thread where people were saying that's either a good or a bad thing, depending on their opinion of him.
Stand up! Now!
Don't you fucking dare!
Shut the fuck up!
And do your job, turns into Diablo.
Stop!
Toss your weapon.
Toss your weapon! I know why you killed Joel. He did what he did to save me. There's no cure because of me. I am the one that you want. Just let him go.
You think in a situation like this, everybody would have a backup little, like, Makarov type pistol in their, like, belt, wouldn't you, around the back? So if somebody says throw your gun down, you can quickly whip another one out.
And you wasted it. Wait! Get off of her! Move it! Come on. Stay here. Watch the exits, don't let her...
Speaking about John McClane, Bruce Willis has Alzheimer's, doesn't he, or dementia, his family said the other day. Because I think he had a head injury a while ago and it's turned into dementia, sadly. So I don't think he's ever going to be doing any films again. I haven't got my flashlight. I suppose, yeah, the reason you don't have your guns now, because it'd be a lot easier if you had the rifle or whatever on the pistol. Yeah, my nan did, before she died, Rajiv. Right, we're, It's like the Terminator now, isn't it? Yeah, cheers. Same to you. Yeah, it's like, it's one of those things I'd never want to, have. It's sort of one of those things where personally I'd think I'd rather be euthanized, while you're mostly still with it, rather than, turning into essentially a vegetable. But we won't talk about that too much this stream. But yeah, it's just like with Bruce Willis, it was something that was like in the news yesterday. But so it was like one of those things that's sort of relevant again. But am I meant to be just trying to punch her or what? I can't remember. So I don't think there's a way out the room, is there? Surprised there's no bottles in here you can throw. Can she see my shadow there? She should be able to.
No, you're in here.
And maybe she couldn't see that.
Motherfucker!
But yeah, like you're saying, Hype, there's stuff you can do to make a bow better, but there's still limitations being a bow, isn't there? Oh, you can't strike her like that. Oh, I see why you meant you were struggling, Mike. Yeah, if yeah, you can punch her first, but she still knocks you backwards. So yeah, I suppose I have to either get up behind her or hit her in the face. You missed us getting shot in the face with a shotgun, I think. Yeah, at least I've got a bottle. I'll wait till the last second to throw it in case she suddenly spins around. Oh, I can't strike her at all, even from behind. So I guess I have to only throw bottles at her. Just keep getting my head blown off. Have you not watched any of the streams of the game? So there's even Terminator-y sounding music in the background, that sort of grrr.
Now I've got you. Bitch!
Yeah, it's quite quiet even on my end, Rajiv, but there's still a bit of like a grrr, grrr in the background sort of bit that reminds me of the Terminator music.
Got you now.
Oh, she got a gun back. Oh.
Abby!
Ugh. thing just fucking pin-cushion to death. Oh, and if you didn't hear, Mike, the next thing I'll be streaming when I finish this, which I probably won't finish till next week, because I've only got about another 20 minutes today on my stream, and then there's the epilogue bits to do, isn't there? But I'm going to stream the Harry Potter game that's caused all the fucking fuss over nothing. Or at least some of it, just for a laugh, because I've heard lots of people be getting loads of abuse for streaming it and that, so I thought, I'll be a fucking laugh, let's stream that then, see what weirdos we get, come on. Oh yeah, I do have listen mode, don't I, which it's telling me to use, but oh yeah, so she's there. It makes it a lot easier. Is she setting traps, or is she just healing herself? Die, you bastard cunt shithead. I hate you.
Stop.
Yeah, exactly.
She had nothing to do with this. She's pregnant. Good. Abby.
But yeah, Rich, exactly. I'll have to use sub-only mode or whatever if it gets really, really shitty. But I just thought it might get a load of views and a load of people chatting. But again, there's literally nothing in the game that's like racist, homophobic or whatever. It's just like an online shitstorm between, you know, like fucking idiots on the internet that's given it such a, you know, thing where people who haven't played the game have such strong opinions on it.
Let me see you again. Come on.
But yeah, Shabby, so it was actually to do with the reason she hates her so much is to do with the start of the thing. Well, it's basically that they've all been killing almost each other's families off, is the easy way of explaining it. Like, it's a whole thing about, you know, revenge being stupid, really. Oh, is that Joel's watch that was his, like, one that his daughter gave him?
Hey, buddy. What's wrong? I got you. Yeah, it's okay. I'm good.
Drop him out the window. Oh, no.
Hey, you like these guys, huh? They got some crazy hair.
Yeah, unfortunately, throw is not a command while holding the baby.
Oh, what's up, you little goobers? Got some tunes. Oh, you want a boogie, huh? Alright.
Pretty retro-looking gramophone there, like record player. It's wind up. suppose that means it's a portable one, isn't it? Yep.
Oh, fuck yeah. I love this song.
Your mom is very easy to please.
I'm with you. My bar is very low.
Yeah, but yeah, the whole thing is basically people making revenge that makes everything worse constantly, isn't it?
Ooh, look at those moves.
These moves?
Yeah.
Ooh, look at Mama go.
Mm?
Oh, wow.
I'm hoping that in the next 20 minutes I can get to kind of where the gameplay bit starts for the epilogue. And then that way, next day I stream, I should be able to finish the game completely off. And then, like we said, we can play Hogwarts Legacy on the stream and see... Yeah, the only thing I found weird is, you know, she bit Abby in the last bit. So can Ellie not pass the infection on? Is it like where she's essentially caught it, she's immune, so she can't pass it on either? I'm assuming that's how it works. Like, she's actually, like, not a carrier that still has it. Because in some, like, sci-fi things and that, the people that are immune still have a, like, ability to infect other people, don't they?
Want some fresh air?
For some reason, this bit reminds me a bit of Red Dead 2 in the epilogue. Bit. We just gotta kill the baby. Trust the plan. What am I meant to be doing with the baby? I could tow it via a tractor. Oh, am I meant to literally be putting a baby in a tractor?
Hey, Ollie, what are you doing out here?
Without looking, Ethan, I don't know, unfortunately. When you say SIG, I'm assuming it's like SIG as in the gun company. Yeah, I mean, if you could defend it really well, and like they'd never roam into the area, or people wouldn't roam upon it,
Here we go.
it might be alright. Because I think in the games and like the series, the zombies after like a certain amount of time after the outbreak aren't, you know, like actually sort of ever in areas like this. They're sort of just, I think, mostly still around urban areas. But yeah, there's obviously like raiders and like stuff like that that go around. I suppose they have got a big fence, haven't they? But yeah, you probably want.
To tell you. You're older. Much older.
Oh, this is fucking reminding me now of I'll just pause it to say. It's reminding me of stories tell you when you're older. It's Luke, did I ever tell you the story about your father, where I chopped his limbs off and he shouted, "I hate you," as he burned on thingy, and he was a good friend.
I don't even know where to begin.
All right, John. Yep. Or ROC bunkers, things like that. There's a load of those now which are really good. They've done with the fucking voice thing. There's one I sent my friend the other day. Hang on. This isn't like one of the ones that will get me banned from YouTube, so I'll just play it. This one. Yeah, this is the one. Like, the thing doesn't always sound like Alec Guinness, but it's still funny.
Luke, watch out for that vicious bounty hunter Boba Fett. Did I ever tell you I fought his dad?
We should go check on
He
Mama.
was hired to assassinate a senator me and your father were guarding. We kept bringing her around open windows and public areas in order to draw the would-be assassin out because we knew he had too much pride to just shoot her from long range. He had used his payment to hire another bounty hunter to kill the senator for him while he sent us on a wild bantha chase. Also, the second assassin used her payment to buy a robot to assassinate the senator for her. Did I mention the second assassin was a shapeshifter? She could have been a good friend in disguise and just shot the senator for all we knew. Then the robot used its payment to buy poisonous bugs to release into the senator's room while she slept after lasering a hole through the window. Could have just lasered her too after that because we weren't watching her at all. But it already bought the bugs. So we sensed the hostile life forms, not the robot in the room, would rush in and save the senator in the nick of time. Then I jumped out the window to chase the robot back to its owner. Luckily, it didn't have a self-destruct function. Then we found the second assassin and chased her across the planet and caught her when she tried to kill us instead of shape-shifting and escaping. But to our surprise, Django Fett was watching the whole thing instead of going to kill the senator, while we were away chasing the bugs, chasing the robot, chasing the shapeshifter. He shot her with a poisonous dart instead of sniper blaster, and only her instead of shooting all of us, or blowing all of us with a rocket or something. Then he escaped with his tiny jetpack. Luckily for the senator,
It's a bit Jeepers
my good
Creepers
friend
looking.
Dexter Jetster owned a 50s diner on Coruscant that had Republic secrets on the menu, along with cheeseburgers and malt shakes. We found the assassin at May's window, killed him later right in front of Boba, and he was a good friend.
There you go. I fucking love those.
To all Gryffindors.
Mute that because I think that was gonna then start playing one of the ones that would definitely get me in trouble. But yeah, no, it was in the news non-stop over here because of all like the people getting so upset over that bloody game.
Does he need his jacket?
No, he's fine.
Oh, is this where we drown the baby?
More? You can tell me to stop. Should I stop?
Okay, enough. Seriously.
Oh, can we feed the baby now to wild animals?
All right.
Look, there's a little sheep.
Oh, gentle.
Might trample you.
Gentle. Just like that. Here you go. Yeah.
Hey, I'll take him. Can you get the sheep into the barn?
Oh, I got him. I can do it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Once you rest it up.
Okay, here.
Come on.
Get you in there. Don't stay out too long. He still needs a bath.
Shh. I'm like the herding master.
Listen up, sheep. Your dinner awaits you in the barn, so come on. Snowy, barn time.
Daisy, head on in. Wow, that's a lot of sheep. How many do you think that is? Let's count. 1, 2. Better stop.
Not from what I know. I think there was some stuff in the game early on, like the first one, like on the newspapers, like they might have been able to get infected, but I don't think it ever became like, you know, actual
Inside.
law.
Time.
Everything.
Move it or lose
I
it.
said it reminds me more of Red Dead Redemption 2.
We definitely have way too many sheep.
Like the bits in the game where you're not horribly killing people.
Let me see if I can eat some of them. Tasty snack. Warm enough, buddy? Just a few more. I got one for you. What's the quietest animal on a farm? A sheep.
Oh no, the fucking
You're older,
dad
you're gonna
jokes are
have
back.
a deep appreciation for these jokes. Okay, one more. What do you get when you cross an angry sheep and a mad cow? An animal that's in a bad mood.
Mad cow. Was it bovine, spongy, echophotorus, whatever. Or however it's pronounced. Prion disease makes your brain go fucking into a sponge.
Okay, guys, we'll see you tomorrow.
Because somebody decided it was a good idea to feed cows to cows.
Hey, how'd you get out? Come on, little dude.
Oh no!
Alright, come on, little guy. Do you want to eat?
Is this where Ellie smashes the baby to death? Reminiscent of the Joel bit. Yeah, like I said, it's like Red Dead Redemption 2 in a lot of ways. It's just like depression simulator.
Ellie? Hey, Ellie. Look at me. It's okay. You're home. You're home. Breathe, breathe. Okay, I'm gonna take him, okay?
Made the baby cry, silly girl.
Sorry. I don't know what... I was just bringing in the... Oh, man.
This game's a lot of things, Ethan.
It's good. Haven't had any excitement in a while.
No, sadly, just a lot of America in general, though, isn't it? Like we were saying with the Ohio train thing at the moment. It's, again, like, there's a lot of problems with the UK and other places, but it's like, and there's a lot of things I obviously like about America, as a lot of the American viewers know, but there's lots of things like healthcare and workers' rights that just seem really backward still in lots of America.
Okay.
I watched 55 Days at Peking the other day, which is pretty bloody good for one of those old, like, 60s epic type films. Yeah, there's then exactly that. And it and that's kind of like, yeah, Opium Wars and then all that. Yeah, so that's like, yeah, if you're rich, it must be a brilliant place to live. Yeah, because, yeah, there's a few countries like that, isn't there? There's some countries where they're kind of good in the aspect that, like, it's not, you don't have an awful quality of life if you're poor, but yeah, there's some places, like, definitely I'd say the USA, from a lot of what I've heard from Americans, that, yeah, if you're poor, it's just horrible. Because, yeah, your health stuff will get you fucked over. Lots of the workers' rights are completely awful in certain jobs. I basically guess if you can pay for everything, then you can live quite a good libertarian lifestyle, but if you can't afford that, then everybody else shits on you. No, I'm not saying it's good here, I'm just saying, it's just even more extreme in America.
Hey, where you been?
Hunting. Took a little longer than I thought.
Who's here? Just come inside.
Ow. That's quite a rip you got there.
Hey, Tommy.
There you are.
Here, let me take it. Come here, bud. Oh, yeah. Here.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, exactly, because there's different state rules and everything else.
Good to see you.
You too.
Hey Ellie, I think we ought to redo this entire revenge thing, because it worked out so well the first time.
Sounds good. Are you good?
She's fine. We're taking some time apart.
Sorry.
No. We talked about it a lot. And, yeah, that's what we both want, so. Okay. Come sit. I got something to show you. So I've been putting out feelers for months now. And this new guy heard my story. He told me about a woman that he traded with while he was moving through California. Described her as built like an ox, traveling with a kid with scars across his face. He said they're living along this coast on a beach sailboat right here. That's gotta be her.
We're done with that. I'm sorry.
Well, I can't go.
Yeah, hype. You've got it. She's being guilt tripped into going on even more fucking revenge to ruin everything. Even though it was fucking wasn't it that guy there, Tommy, that was before like, oh, let's just leave Abby. We'll be going now anyway. And now no.
Forget about her. Sitting all comfy way out here.
Hey,
I'll make her pay.
Tommy.
That's what you said when we got back to Jackson.
Tommy.
What a joke.
And he was a good friend. Did I ever tell you about your Uncle Tommy? He was so twisted with the idea of revenge that he fucked everything up again. And he was a good friend. It's actually going to be near a perfect place to end, like, now the hour's coming up for this stream. Because it means I think we're going to literally have just the action bits left in the game for the next stream. Yeah, so that'll work out quite well on my next stream. Yeah, zombies that almost killed me, they were good friends. I don't know why I find that, like, really old meme funny, because it is pretty old, like, the one where it's just... I think it's because of the thing, isn't it, of, like, in the film, how he's like, he was a good friend, where in, like, the prequels, he then was like, I hate you, or that. It's like, yeah, that's probably where, like, the meme came from originally, but now it's just, like, loads of shit posting about anything, and he was a good friend, or she was a good friend. Yeah, but he's got a bad leg, so he has to guilt trip other people into doing it for him. He was a good friend. I don't know, Shabby, because I'm not a woman. Yeah, maybe when she was travelling across the country, there weren't steroids everywhere. We get a few women that come on the channel, but like not all that many. Wake everybody up by playing the guitar in the middle of the night. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, it's a guitar section again, is it? That I can't do. Alright, so... let's just do that. Yeah, I think you actually have to play a few right notes for them to actually carry on, otherwise, otherwise you can't do anything. Yeah, you can just spam it. Right, is this going to be the point where it's convenient to stop? Or still not quite yet? Where's the last checkpoint? Doesn't say, fuck's sake. It's cinematic. Oh, this is the bit right from the start, isn't it, where she kisses that girl and it upsets the, American guy. Well, I know they're all American, aren't they, you know what I mean?
I hate these things.
Tell me about it.
Your old man really laid into me today.
What happened?
Another big lecture about my patrols. Don't go here, don't go there. It's funny how involved he gets whenever you're scheduled to go out.
Yeah.
She's, putting on quite the show.
Alright, I might be able to do a couple more minutes, Asa, but it depends how long the cutscenes take, because I do have to go and actually do some jobs today.
She, say something to you?
So I said I'd be streaming for about an hour, and it's literally hit the sort of hour mark a couple of minutes ago, so...
What took you so long?
Oh, I'm here, aren't I?
Dina?
Jesse.
Hey, don't forget, we're heading out early, so get some rest.
Yes, sir.
So if they're going out on patrol, you'd assume you wouldn't let them drink the night before in case they got really shit-faced and then were hungover and couldn't do their job properly.
How bad do I smell?
Yeah, it's just more for the other people, but you know what I mean, it's just that annoying thing, because I've had that with a couple of these streams, or I've had to go off at a certain time, because there's so many convenient to, you know, always end.
How about that? You love it.
Oh, was that the one I already did on the vinyl, or did you have to go like back to the vinyl player and play it again? But yeah, I was more concentrating with talking on people on here.
I'm staring at you right now. Maybe they're staring at you. Not.
That's part of what the game is, Hype.
Maybe they're jealous of you.
Because remember, this is why loads of people were like, oh, I'm never buying this game, because like the main character's a lesbian, even though she was in the first game anyway, in the DLC, but, you know. But anyway, I didn't pay full price for it, I don't really care. Like, again, this is like the thing, I don't give a shit if a game's got, like, a lesbian character in it or whatever. Like, 'cause this is like the same with the Harry Potter game, is there's nothing fucking sexist or, like, racist or whatever in it. But it's still, like, you know, making people say if you buy this game, you want to kill trans people and all this. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like, that's... We don't take kindly to ladies kissing ladies in our town, boys.
Remember next time there's kids around.
Yeah, like you're setting such a great example.
Oh, just what this town needs. Another loudmouth dyke.
The fuck did you just say? Ellie, Ellie, don't.
Get the hell out of here.
Get your hands off me.
Hey! Enough. Come on, you, let's go for a walk.
What about them?
You worry about yourself.
Let's get you some fresh air. You alright, get up.
What is wrong with you?
He had no right.
And you do? I don't need your fucking help, Joel.
Now that's the good ending. I don't know how you unlock that one. Hype. That would be a much better ending. but yeah, I don't think that's an ending, sadly, in the game. Although the ending isn't as bad as people might think it is. Oh, good. It's not long to go till I can end the stream. But yeah, it's but like I said, people can watch and see for themselves what happens. But you know, this is the point where you'd think she'd have already learned a lesson about what she's going off to do.
Hey. It's been a while since he slept this long, huh? He had a day. Yeah. He's fine. Go back to bed. We'll talk about it in the morning, okay? I have to finish it.
Again, the facial mocapping in this is really good, actually. Like, I keep saying that, but most games don't impress me with mocapping on faces, but this, you can actually kind of tell people's emotions. You know, it's not like LA Noire, where they're over the top stupid. Like, so, oh, you need to know this person's lying, so they're pulling a face, you know, like they're having a stroke.
You think this is easy? For you and for him, I deal with it. I love you. Prove it. Stay. I can't. So what? I'm just supposed to sit here and wait for you? For God knows how long, just thinking you're fucking dead the entire time?
I don't plan on dying.
Yeah, well, neither did Jesse. Or Joel. Hey, stop. Hey. Hey. Come on. We've got a family. She doesn't get to be more important than that. I'm not gonna do this again.
It's up to you.
Right, I think we're finally at the point to end the stream now. Yeah, here we go. Right, I'll wait till this little cutscene ends, and then...
Okay, Constance. Now we just need...
Oh, I checked this street a week ago. I can't believe you traded a pistol for this.
It's a lead.
No way that guy saw fireflies over here.
Stop. Feel good about this.
I don't.
We're just ending, Mark, because I've already gone over time. I was just waiting for a good bit to stop the stream, and it ended up being, you know, like, after a load of cutscenes, essentially. Right, there we go, look. Last checkpoint, less than 1 minute ago. Right. I'm going off, so I probably won't get time to stream over the weekend, but if I get time on
It's not
Monday
gonna
to
be on that
stream,
side.
I'll
It's
finish
all
this
on
off
this side.
definitely on the next stream. Because we're on the epilogue section, it isn't that long, if I remember right. Especially now most of the cutscenes are out the way. Alright, see everybody. And then we'll stream the Forbidden Hogwarts game after that. Because, why not?